Urgent Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here we bring you daily videos with the latest Pittsburgh Steelers updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Alright, Steelers fans, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you is shaking up the entire NFL landscape, especially here in Pittsburgh. Just when you thought the offseason couldn't get any more exciting, bam! The Steelers, known for their storied history, tough defense, and a fan base that's arguably one of the most passionate in the league, have just made a move that could change their offensive dynamic dramatically. I'm talking about the recent signing of wide receiver Robert Woods, formerly of the Buffalo Bills, who has now become a Pittsburgh Steeler. And let me tell you, this isn't just a minor addition, this could be a game-changer for the Steelers heading into the 2024 season. Now, for those of you who don't know, Robert Woods is a player with a really interesting career trajectory. He's not a rookie, he's someone who's been around the league and has accumulated a lot of experience, especially during his time with the Bills, where he established himself as a reliable target and one of the most consistent receivers in the NFL. Woods, who was drafted in 2013 by the Buffalo Bills, spent 4 seasons there, but his real breakout came a bit later, when he became one of those players you can count on in critical moments. His route running is sharp, and he's got a knack for making those tough catches that seem impossible. If you've watched him play, you know that Woods isn't just a possession receiver, he's also a guy who can stretch the field when needed, create separation, and make plays in traffic. His versatility is exactly what the Steelers' offense needs right now, especially after a season where they struggled at times to find consistent targets for their quarterback. Speaking of the quarterback, Kenny Pickett is entering his second year as a starter, and the hope among Steelers fans is that he can take a significant step forward. To do that, he needs weapons, and Robert Woods could be one of those pieces that helps elevate the offense. Imagine a scenario where Woods is running precise routes, catching those reliable passes, and helping to open up the field for other players like Deontay Johnson or George Pickens. The chemistry between a receiver and a quarterback is fundamental, and Woods' experience can bring stability and a new dimension to Pittsburgh's aerial attack. It's not just about catching passes either. Woods is known for his intelligence on the field, his ability to create yards after the catch, and his work ethic, traits that are highly valued in a team that's looking to return to playoff contention and, who knows, perhaps chase that elusive Super Bowl ring. This signing also signals a strategic move by the Steelers' front office. Since the departure of some key veterans in recent seasons, there's been a clear effort to bolster the roster, especially on offense. The Steelers have always been known for their strong defense, but in today's NFL, having a balanced attack is crucial. The addition of Woods indicates that they're serious about competing in a league where passing games can often dictate the outcome of games. And let's not forget, the AFC is incredibly competitive right now, with teams like the Chiefs, Bills, Bengals, and Ravens all vying for supremacy. To stand a chance, the Steelers need to put together an offense that can keep up with these high-powered units, and Woods might be the piece that helps them do just that. Now, I want to pause here for a second. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. So, it's not just about Woods' individual talent. His addition also reflects a broader strategy by the Steelers. They've been steadily building a team that's not just about defense, which has historically been their identity, but also about evolving offensively. They want to be more explosive, more unpredictable, and more dangerous in the passing game. Having Woods in the mix gives them exactly that, a veteran presence, a proven playmaker, and someone who understands what it takes to succeed at the highest level. And if you look at his stats from last season, they're quite impressive. Woods played in 14 games, catching 51 passes for 593 yards and 3 touchdowns. Those might not seem like eye-popping numbers compared to some of the elite receivers, but context is everything. Woods was coming off some injuries, and his role was often about making those clutch catches, moving the chains, and providing that steadying presence on third downs. His ability to create yards after the catch is exceptional. He's a guy who can turn a short pass into a big gain, and in today's NFL, that's exactly what offenses need to stay on the field and keep defenses honest. What's truly exciting for Steelers fans is imagining how this will fit into the team's overall offensive scheme. Pittsburgh has always been a team that relies on a strong running game with Najee Harris, but to truly unlock their full potential, they need a diverse passing attack. Woods' arrival could enable Kenny Pickett to have more confidence and freedom when throwing the ball. It opens up opportunities for play-action passes, quick screens, and even some deep shots down the field. The secondary receivers like Johnson and Pickens will have more room to operate, and the entire offense becomes more unpredictable. It's a recipe for success that could elevate the Steelers to a new level. And let's talk about the history here for a moment. The Steelers have always been a franchise built on grit, resilience, and strategic smart moves. They're not usually flashy in the offseason, but when they make a move like this, it's often a sign of intent. Woods' signing shows that they're serious about contending now, not just building for the future. They want to be competitive right away, and adding someone with Woods' experience and skill set is a clear message to the rest of the league. The Steelers are back in the game, and they're not here to just participate, they want to win. Of course, it's not just Woods who's making headlines. The team has been active in the offseason, re-signing key players, drafting promising rookies, and tweaking their coaching staff. The Steelers have one of the best defensive units in the league historically, with stars like T.J. Watt leading the way. But now, with Woods on board, they're adding a crucial piece to their offensive puzzle. The coaching staff, led by Mike Tomlin, has a reputation for maximizing their players' potential, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if Woods' arrival sparks some new offensive schemes tailored to his strengths. Looking ahead, the expectations among Steelers fans are sky-high. The Super Bowl is always the goal, and with a revamped offense, improved offensive line, and a defense that's still formidable, the team seems poised to make a real run. But it's not just about the stars. It's about the chemistry, the timing, and how quickly Woods can integrate into the locker room and the system. That's something we'll have to watch closely during training camp and the preseason games. Will Woods be the missing piece that helps Kenny Pickett develop into a top-tier quarterback? Can he help elevate Pittsburgh's offense from decent to dominant? These are questions that every Steelers fan is asking right now. Now, for those of you who love to analyze stats and trends, let's dig a little deeper. Over the past few seasons, the Steelers have struggled at times to sustain drives and put up big points. Their offensive ranking has hovered around the middle of the league, and that's been a sore spot for a franchise with such a rich history of offensive firepower. But with Woods now in the fold, the hope is that the team's offensive efficiency will see a significant boost. His ability to make contested catches and create yards after the catch can help convert more third downs, extend drives, and keep the opposing defense on its heels. Plus, having a veteran like Woods in the locker room can provide leadership and mentorship to the younger receivers, helping them develop even more. On the defensive side, the Steelers haven't changed much this offseason. T.J. Watt remains the anchor of their pass rush, and the secondary is solid with players like Minkah Fitzpatrick. But football is a game of balance, and now that the offense has been strengthened with Woods' addition, the Steelers can aim for a more balanced team approach, one that can compete in shootouts and grind out tough games alike. This is especially relevant because their schedule includes some very challenging opponents early on, and having a versatile, reliable receiver could be the difference in tight games. And let's not forget the cultural aspect. The Steelers are known for their strong locker room culture, led by head coach Mike Tomlin, who's been at the helm for over a decade. Tomlin's teams are renowned for their resilience, discipline, and ability to perform under pressure. Bringing in Woods, a player with a proven track record and leadership qualities, fits perfectly into that mold. He's not just a guy who catches passes, He's a locker room leader who can set an example and elevate the entire team's mentality heading into what promises to be a highly competitive season. Now, what's next? Well, the offseason is just beginning, and there's plenty of time for the Steelers to further tweak their roster. They might still look for additional offensive weapons or depth on their offensive line to protect Kenny Pickett better. But make no mistake, the arrival of Robert Woods is a statement. It's a declaration that the Steelers are aiming high, that they believe in their quarterback's potential, and that they're willing to make bold moves to return to the top of the league standings. And for you, the fans, this is a thrilling development. It's a sign that the franchise is committed to winning, that they're investing in talent, and that the upcoming season could be one of the most exciting in recent memory. The buzz around Steelers Nation is palpable. Everywhere you look, people are talking about how Woods' presence might be the boost the offense needs to finally shake off those frustrating moments and start dominating again. And as we all know, the Steelers have a rich history of turning good teams into championship contenders, and this offseason move might just be the start of a new chapter. In conclusion, the signing of Robert Woods by the Pittsburgh Steelers is a move that has sent ripples through the NFL community. It's a strategic, smart, and potentially game-changing addition to a team that's hungry for success. The chemistry, the experience, and the talent that Woods brings could be exactly what the Steelers need to elevate their game, push for playoff success, and perhaps even chase that elusive Super Bowl title. As we approach the season, all eyes will be on how Woods integrates into the team, how the offense evolves, and whether this move will be remembered as one of the key turning points in Steelers history. So, stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and I promise you, the best is yet to come for Steelers fans. The passion, the pride, and the pursuit of greatness continue, and with Robert Woods now in the mix, the Steelers are definitely a team to watch in 2024.